In 2015, as I was preparing for my trip to Cuba, I was at a book signing at SON Books in the Leimert Park section of Los Angeles. I noticed two books on Cuba, so I grabbed both of them. Race in Cuba caught my attention as it was relatively new, being published in 2013. Once I made my trip and returned, I updated my contact list and sought out the author, Dr. Esteban Morales. His response was exceptionally generous as he showed a willingness to create dialogue, but also sent over four new completed essays. His work is remarkable. And early in 2017, once it was confirmed I may be again visiting Cuba, he suggested I stay at his casa. The result was getting some firsthand information as well as establishing a lasting friendship with him and his lovely wife, Katia. Here are parts of our interview.
My name is Esteban Miguel Morales Dominguez. I live in Havana until 1959, until today. I born in Cárdenas, Matanza province. I am a professor at the beginning of the triumph of the revolution in 1960.
How old were you when you started in the revolution?
I studied at the University of Havana.
You were 15, 16, 17?
I began to study at the University of Havana in 1960.
Professor, what is the, what is it, Julio 25th, 26th movement?
Yes,
What is that called? Explain that.
July 26th movement is the main movement, revolutionary movement in Cuba.
Okay.
He was a leadership of the rest of the revolutionary. Fidel was in front of this leadership for the revolutionary.
Come on, Katia.
He leadership the revolution.
So he had the
He
group.
began very young as a student.
The group was
Revolutionary
students.
student, yes.
It's comprised of students
Yes, after that he studied lawyer at the University
at the
Havana.
University of Havana.
University of Havana.
How many students do you think total? In total?
Now,
No. In
at
Fidel, when
that
he,
moment,
see.
no, at that moment the University of Havana was not very big.
Okay.
Not many students. At the beginning, University of Havana was an university of more or less 10,000 students.
10,000.
Yes, in 1970 we have 23,000 students. After that, the University of Havana grew, but at the beginning we have only three universities: University of Havana, University in Santiago de Cuba, and University in Santa Clara. Only three.
Only three.
After that, we have more universities.
After the revolution.
After the revolution, began to be more universities.
So
Now we have almost 15 universities
15?
in the country, yes. Because at the beginning, the University of Havana was only one university, unique university for all the specialties. Together was agriculture, medicine, architecture, engineering, social science, humanitarian.
Was that only for the elite?
At the University of Havana, in the University of Havana.
Only for the
But
elite?
after 1978, the University of Havana was divided, the structure of the University of Havana, and emerged different universities. University of Technology is engineering, architecture, etc. University of Agriculture outside of Havana, Institute of Agriculture, University of Medicine,
Yes.
divided, University of Medicine, and Pedagogy University too. And inside of the University of Havana, still only social science and humanity and natural science.
So you were Dean of Humanities in what year?
I was dean of humanity. In fact, first of all, I was director of the Department of Political Economy.
Political Economy.
Of Institute of Economy at the University of Havana. After that, I've been as a director of political science, the School of Political Science. After that, in 1973, I began as a dean of the humanitarian faculty, humanity faculty. Inside the humanity faculty, in the old structure, we have 7 schools.
In 7?
Journalists, lawyer,
See.
history, philosophy, sociology, letters, and art. 7 schools.
Is the university free? Is it no charge? Or do you have to pay? Students.
University
See.
was free, yes, for all the students that finish the high secondary school.
So that's you must finish secondary.
Finish secondary, not the simple high school, no bachillerato.
Okay.
The secondary
See.
school go to the University of Havana, different specialty.
And that's your master's if you complete?
No, master, no, licenciatura.
This is okay.
License.
Okay.
After that, they can study master, and after that, they can write to a doctor.
So, Professor, how did you get into education?
My education?
No, how did you become, como se dice, how did you like the education? Why did you become a professor?
I became a professor at the beginning in 1960.
60?
Yes, as a teacher of the mountain.
In the mountains?
In the mountain.
In Pinar del Sol, or what region?
In the Sierra Maestra.
Sierra Maestra.
Sierra Maestra, yes. In a special course for students.
Yes.
Of bachillerato. I became as a professor or teacher of primary school.
So how would you get you would go to the farmers and get them to come to the school?
I came to this course and I became as a teacher.
I see.
And after that, when I been in the 3rd years at university, I became as a student teacher.
A student teacher.
After that, when I finished my career, I became teacher at the university. I became professor at the University of Havana.
Professor.
After that, I doing my first doctorate in the Soviet Union, in the Lomonosov
You mentioned the other day,
University.
yes.
And my second doctorate, my second PhD, I did here in Havana.
What's the name of the first doctorate?
My first doctorate was Doctor in Economic Science.
Doctor in Economy Science.
And the second doctorate was in Science, simple.
In Science, okay.
Yes, because here in Cuba we have 2 levels of doctorate.
Yes.
2 kinds of PhD. The first PhD is a PhD by specialty.
Okay.
I being economist, I became a doctor in economic science.
Okay.
But after that, by curriculum,
yes,
I became doctor in science because I cover inside of the social science different issues.
Okay, so
not only economy, no foreign policy too, sociology, history, etc.
Excelente. Preguntas. So you're in the Soviet Union for 2 años.
I did my, no 2 años, no 2 years, because I studied Russia here.
Oh, you studied Russia here at the university.
In Havana.
Okay.
After that, I prepared my thesis.
Yes.
Doctoral. I came to the University of Lomonosov. I did my examen.
Yes.
For the doctoral, and I defend my thesis.
You defend your thesis
in 1 year.
Aha.
All I did in 1 year. I became doctor in economic science.
So when you go to Soviet Union, you were there for 1 year?
I've been in the Soviet Union only 1 year.
Okay,
I did my 4 exams, Russia, philosophy, economy, and a specialty, and I did my thesis.
How were you treated in Russia being, say, Afro-Cuban? Did any problema?
No. Especially if you are Cubans.
Especially if you're Cuban.
Yes.
They respect Cubano.
The African have certain problem with the Russian people.
Ah, they do?
Yes, but the Cubans, black Cubans, no.
No problem.
No, the black Cuban was received very good in the Soviet Union.
And did you stay in dormitory? Somebody's de casa?
Yeah, they give me money. They give me a room.
Yes.
They give me books to buy books.
Yes.
Money to buy books, and they pay a stipend in the Soviet Union. So and here, my wife received my salary.
Katia, you told me she get your salary.
Here in Cuba.
See, she get your salary.
My student of my first doctorate was free.
Ah.
Without cost.
No cost.
For me and for my family.
It's excellent, excellent. So about your book. So then, okay. How many books have you written?
Well, almost 40.
So this book is a compilation of essays, see?
This is the first book about the topic of race.
Yes.
Published by Cuba in the United States.
Hold the book up.
This is my book in the United States. About this topic in the United States, for the Cuban people,
yes,
only this book.
I see.
Yes, there is no other book
on
race.
Why did you pick that topic?
I prepared this book here in Cuba.
With the essays? With many essays?
Yes, many essays. And I constructed the book with a group of essays.
Ah, it's a group.
Inside of the structure of the book.
Yes.
Some people friend me in the United States, especially in Minnesota. They helped me to translation.
Ah, in Minnesota.
And they helped me to publish the book.
Okay.
In the United States.
Is the book
this book have a foreword. The foreword and the preface as this book is from my friend August Nems in Minneapolis.
See, I see it. Yes, yes, yes.
And August Nems, Gary Prevos,
yes,
and Sacerio, my Cuban friends in the United States, helped me to the translation.
Who came up with the idea? How'd you come up with the idea of the book?
The idea emerged because Miguel Barnett,
yes,
president of the UNIAC, said me, you are black, you have a very good experience in the topics about race, why do you not writing a book? And
to document.
Okay, because before of this book, I have a group of articles.
Come on.
Before this book,
yes,
I published a group of articles.
Articles, see, the essays.
In the journal of the Fernando Ortiz Foundation.
Okay.
In the number 6 of this journal, there is my first article.
First article.
Very, very important article because it was a methodological article.
Yes.
In the number 6 of the journal of Catauro. Catauro is the journal of anthropology in Cuba.
Yes.
I preparing a group of different articles. I published a festival. And after that, Miguel said me, why you cannot put together of this article and you preparing a book?
Yes.
We preparing a book and we send this book to the United States. Because
Minnesota.
At that moment, we have problem in the United States,
United States
with the comprehension of the problem of race in Cuba.
I don't understand. So explain that. Explain that. Despacio. So what kind of problem?
Yes. For example, came to Cuba many black friends.
Yes. Yes.
Or Afro-Americans.
Oh, okay.
And debate with me the problem of race in Cuba.
They discussed with you.
Frequently came to Cuba to the forum, the group of Trans-Africa.
Trans-Africa,
Randall
Randall,
Robinson.
Yes,
And
Randall
a group
Robinson.
of people came to
Maxine Waters.
here. Maxine Waters. They meet with Fidel.
Oh, they did. Yes.
Here in Cuba.
Oh,
And after that,
here.
they come to my center
Okay.
and debate with me.
University.
The university.
Okay.
Debate the problem of race.
Ah.
So sometimes a group of black Afro-American intellectuals in the United States signed a letter very negative for Cuba.
Ah.
They say we are racist, Raúl is racist,
That's
Fidel
it.
is racist.
Who?
We
Oh.
answered this letter in the journal Grammar, and at the same time, I looked the necessity to preparing a book for the comprehension of the problem of the race in Cuba in the United
In
States.
the United States.
Because we have many black friends in the United States.
Yes.
Two people in the United States, two people especially in the United States, Carlos Morse, other people preparing the letter to signal this group of intellectual Afro-American. They attack us.
They attacked Cuba.
Yes.
What year was
for
that?
The problem of race. This was more or less 6-7 years ago.
Ah.
And we respond this letter.
You.
But at the same time, I said, oh, we need preparing a book to the comprehension of the problem of
And that's
race
the
in the United States.
See.
And this is this book.
Race is a much grande problema in United Estados, see,
Yeah.
than Cuba.
And many people buy this book in the United States.
Many people.
The comprehension of the problem of race in Cuba is by this book, by the group of students who came here and received my conference.
Do the
frequently.
Okay, so the book is the book used in any of the course, any of these classes?
Yes, yes, I have a master course
Okay,
in the University of Havana with this book.
and you use that
But
book
I did a master course in the United States
in
with this
Houston.
book too.
In Houston?
Yeah, in Texas,
Okay,
in Indiana,
okay.
in Washington, in Minneapolis.
So you travel to the United States.
Yes, in different places of the United States, I bring a course with this book. But
Ah.
at the same time, many group of students came to Cuba,
They want
and they connecting with me and
Yes.
said, Professor, we want a conference of you about the topic of race in Cuba. And I received many students here in Cuba.
You received
and
many
I present
students.
the conference. And now the comprehension
Yes.
of the problem of race in Cuba is better.
Oh, it is.
They cannot attack us
From the U.S.
from the U.S.
See, it's the better understanding.
Yes, because some people have no good comprehension of the problem of race in Cuba.
So,
But the same issue, not a bad issue.
yes,
No with bad idea.
yes,
No with the idea to attack Cuba.
yes.
But other people have the idea to attack Cuba.
So let me ask you, Preguntas, do you think the people who were negative towards Cuba were just using Fidel?
Yes.
But really they were using Fidel,
Yes.
not really the race.
Also, Fidel explained the problem of race in Cuba in the church in New York, remember?
Yes, at the United Nations.
And in the church in New York City too.
See, yes,
In the Bronx.
yes,
The
it was
church of the Bronx.
Abyssinian Baptist Church.
Exactly.
Abyssinian.
And Fidel, in some moment, most to explain
He
the
explained.
issue in the United States. Because some people say, wait, why do you not speak about race in Cuba?
Ah,
Why do you not publish about race in Cuba? You are racist.
yes.
Raúl is racist.
Ah.
The Cuban Revolution is racist.
Racist.
Yes.
But that was not the
Never,
never.
because in 1959, in March,
See,
Fidel was speaking about race in Cuba.
Okay, memento. When he speak about race in 59, were the Spanish people upset? Or how did they...
No, some people accept.
Some people accept.
Some people was very worried. Because the problematic of race in Cuba always is a complicated issue.
Very complicated,
Yes.
complicated.
And especially people white and disagree with the speech.
They want control and power.
Sometime.
Power?
Sometime. And yes. And in 1962, we have two problems, very important. The first problem is the social politics of the revolution was very good.
It was good.
And many began very good. And the black go into the university, receive public health, receive house.
For the first time.
Job, participate in the society for the first time in the level.
Yes.
Or the big level. But at the same time, until October of 1959, Eisenhower began to attack Cuba.
Yes.
And in this moment, the black said, no, we must not speak about the problem of race, because we must be very
united.
To the attack of the United States.
So we could defend
and
against...
for a long time, we don't speak nothing
about it. Very interesting. Let's take a quick break. Katia's brought you your cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that for you? We'll take a memento. So this is the authority.
Yeah, award.
Because it has the documentation.
Yes.
And so I noticed in the book you mentioned in your list race. You had census problema. You have employment opportunities, remittances. Paquito blacks go to United Estados, see?
Yeah.
Paquito, but many Spanish. So they can't, you don't get anything back.
Yeah.
Is that a big problem?
No, we have no problem with this. I receive money for this book.
No, not the book. So just Cubans in general, in all. So then the people that are in the Cubans that are in the United States, see? Send remittances to the family, amigos, amigas in Cuba.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Do Afro-Americano participate?
Yes.
I mean, no. Afro-Cubanos.
Afro-Cubans.
Do they participate?
Yes, not many.
Not many.
More participate Afro-Americans.
Where do the majority of Afro-Cubanos go in the United States?
Well, the Afro-Cubans began to emigrate to the United States. What do you want?
I'm looking for my cafe. What did I do?
Your cafe? Look at it.
I had it.
Here.
Is it? Where's yours?
No, I take mine.
Oh!
I didn't.
Okay, go on.
Yes.
What were you saying?
I said the black Cuban began to immigrate in the 80s.
In the 80s?
Yes. With as a Marielito. Do you remember the issue of Mariel?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
The black in Cuba never emigrate.
Never immigrate.
And in Cuba, the idea of go back to Africa never was successful.
No.
Never, no successful. The Cuban black never emigrate. Began to immigrate in the 80s.
In the 80s.
Yes. A little group of black that working in the house of white people, rich white people, emigrate with the family.
As servants.
As servants. emigrate with the family.
Ah, okay.
But the big majority population of black stay in Cuba.
So,
And they began to emigrate. I finished to explain you. Emigrate in 80s. Why? For this reason, in the United States, the population of black is only 50%.
yes.
15% of the
Yeah.
population.
Yes.
And they emigrate late.
Yes.
They emigrate when the United States have many opportunity. For this reason, they emigrate and they stay in the United States as a more poor population inside of the Cuban immigration.
Very poor.
For this reason,
Very poor.
the big majority of this population of 50% cannot send remittances
See? No
to their
dinero.
family in Cuba.
No dinero.
Because they have no money,
See?
they have not the best employment,
Yes.
they have not the best situation. This is the reality.
That's the problem.
For this reason, the remittances here in Cuba receive with majority white people,
Ah.
no black. The black don't receive remittances. For this reason, it's not easy look paladar property of black.
I see, yes.
Look bar property of black. It's not easy look black with how to rent.
Well, okay. Preguntas. Do the majority of blacks live in apartamentos? Many apartamentos?
Yes, the black have apartment, but they have this apartment because the government constructed this apartment for
Sí.
them. But I said the majority of black in the population in the United States,
Yes.
emigrate population, is majority white.
Majority white.
Only is black or mestiz,
Mestiz.
yes,
Okay.
only the 15%.
15.
And they emigrate late, without support in the United States,
No support.
without good employment,
No, yes.
with good social situation.
See.
For this reason, they are the more poor population inside of the Cuban immigration in the United
Did
States.
they come back?
Some come back, a
Okay.
little, some come back. They come back. They came to look at the family, etc. But the majority of these black have no money, have no possibility to send remittances
Yes.
to their family.
You must be able to send remittances.
Exactly.
And so, what is the attitude of the Afro-Cubans disappointed in, como se dice, from 59 to now, 2017?
No, the big majority of Afro-Cubans
See,
support the revolution.
support the revolution.
And these Afro-Cubans,
Yes.
many of these Afro-Cubans who emigrate support the revolution too.
Yes.
Only they emigrate to fund the new life
A new life.
and more money, more possibility, because Cuba cannot have all the opportunity to all
All
the
the
people.
people.
The revolution has not so many money
Yes.
to but they receive in Cuba free education. They receive in Cuba job.
Yes.
They receive in Cuba house. And they receive in Cuba free public health.
Public health. That's muy importante.
Yeah.
Muy
But
importante.
one of them go to the United States. But they go late,
Much late. No opportunity. Minimal opportunity.
minimum. Look for minimum opportunity. But in the United States, they are not a good level of life.
See, what is, Professor, what is the problem
with the Spanish Cubanos in Miami?
Well, the main problem is the Cubans. You said the Cubans
Sí.
in Miami.
Yes.
Why have no problem in general? Maybe some white poor have problem.
Poor.
Poor. But the majority of poor in Miami are not white.
Ah.
The majority of poor in Miami are black.
The majority.
The majority are black. Because some of them also, when immigrate, they were universitarians.